awful.
Like if I go like this.
Wow. So that's...
It's when if I try to stand up, even yesterday, just this, the pains were the sharpest I ever had.
Where do you feel the sharp pain, if you could just kind of point to them for me?
Well, it's all in this area. I mean, it's just...
Is it in the left hip too? Or just the low back?
This whole big area.
Okay.
But if I had to localize it, I'd say it was like right here.
Okay. Let me have you turn and face that way if you wouldn't mind, Bonnie, and let's have you walk away from me. Just get a sense as to... So you're bending forward, you're leaning to the right.
Yes. That's
all right.
The only way now today I can get around.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what number would you give it, Bonnie?
Yesterday, it was the worst pain I think I've had.
Wow.
I would say 9 or 10.
Wow. How is it today?
As long as I don't straighten up, I would say 6 or 7.
Okay. Let's do some work.
It hurts. I mean, those pains are so sharp. You know, I just don't get it. If I'm sitting down, you'd never know there was anything wrong, you know.
So sitting is okay for you?
But then when I have to get up, this morning I had to roll off the couch onto my knees, you know, to try to lift that way. I couldn't do that. So I rolled on my knees and then got up.
All right. All right, let's do some work. All set? Okay, I'm going to have to speak pretty loudly because that speaker's way far away from me. Can you handle me kind of yelling?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So here we have a good friend of mine who happens to have some low back pain. She has a transitional segment in the low back, so we may or may not find our traditional types of orthopedic tests to be accurate, but we're going to go through the series that we're going to be showing you how to do and see how they apply to Bonnie. So when I lift this leg up, this is our first one. Just relax, Bonnie, if you can. When I come up to here, do you feel anything here, or here?
No pain, no.
Okay, any achiness or anything that just feels unusual?
I just felt, you know, just a line go up.
On the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to let this leg come down. We're going to make sure we do it gently for a couple of reasons. Number one, because we can aggravate this area. Number two, because if the quad and the front of the leg is tight, when you come up too far, if you come up too far or too fast, it's going to be really uncomfortable. So we always want to come up gently. We've got about 100 degrees of flexion here. We're going to bring this one down slowly. We're going to compare it to the right one. All right, now we've got about 110, 115 degrees. So this one flexes more than the left.
I feel it right here.
And you feel it again on the left-hand side. Okay. So when we flex the legs, we want to do a couple things. We want to see how far those legs come up, and we want to find out where the person points to, where they indicate to us they're feeling some discomfort. So Bonnie came in with left-sided pain, low back pain. Any pain down here too, Bonnie, or mainly up here?
It's just like a big circle through here.
But more on the left-hand side?
If I had to, you know, if I had to pinpoint it, I think it's coming from here, but the whole area feels.
Okay. Okay. So when we flex those legs, bend the knees, again we want to find out how far those legs come up. Good, nice and gently. And we want to compare one side to the other. We can do both at the same time. You okay, Bonnie? Okay.
Oh, no.
No. And down, 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 down. And so when I do that, aggravates it over and through here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this can be a really accurate test to show you exactly where the problem is. The crest of the hip is right in through here. When I bring those legs up, do you feel it above the crest or below the crest?
Right.
Now Tony, we've already done the orthopedic testing on him, and we know he has a hip problem, he has a sacroiliac problem, and therefore he has a low back problem. When we have a hip problem, it almost always includes the SI, and when we have those two, it's going to create a torquing in the low back. And if we have a torquing in the low back, eventually that's going to, first of all, stick the joints, make them so they don't move very well, and the torsion is going to eventually degrade the disc. When that happens, you're liable to have disc problems and certainly DJD down the line. And Tony has all those. So now that we've liberally put some cream on his hip, we're going to start to do a scan and treatment. So understand, when we're using these instruments, we accomplish two things at once. As we're rubbing the instruments over the tissue, we're scanning. We're looking to find roughness. The roughness tells us that there's adhesions there or scar tissue. How rough the tissue is an indication of how badly the involvement is at that point. So once we find it, then we actually want to go ahead and treat it. We might stroke a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit slower, but we want to find the barriers, and we'll talk about that in class. So what we're going to do first of all now is just go back and forth. We consider this a big circle, semicircle right in through here. We've got the hip joint, we have the ischium down here, and this is a little sulcus. This is a little valley right in through here. This is where our soft tissue is. We're going to be working the area coming around through here, all the way up around the top of the hip, and then around the front of the TFL. And this is where this sulcus, where this little valley, where this bunch of soft tissue is that we're going to be working on. We want to avoid working on hard tissue for the most part. We'll talk about that in class and the exceptions to that, but for the most part, avoid working on bone. Otherwise, we can irritate the periosteum and cause some serious problems. So working on the soft tissue is our goal. That's our objective. I'm using a small instrument at this point in time. There are 2 instruments involved with this set. This is the small one. This one works very, very nicely. And again, we're looking for areas of roughness. And right in through here, I found one. This is the deep 6 over and through here. And using this area, we're going to go ahead and have that fit right in the sulcus and go back and forth. I'm finding roughness. I'm not going too hard. I'm going just hard enough that I can feel the vibration through the instrument, feel the roughness through the instrument. As I start working my way up in this direction, I'm starting to feel a little bit more. Are you okay, Tony?
Sure.
And as we're going through this, we want you to constantly check with your patient, talk to them, find out how they're doing.